Good evening. I am now 4 weeks pregnant and I am feeling really good. I'm starting to feel symptoms, which is interesting. My symptoms I normally would feel in previous pregnancies, the main one was exhaustion. I would be tired. I would take a nap and I would wake up exhausted and extra hungry, like I could not fill up. And so this time around, it's been a little bit different. Not bad, not scary, just different. My main symptom is bloating, which is weird. But also have in the last, I would say between my last post and this one, so the last 2 days or so, I have had little bouts of nausea, which is very different for me because with previous pregnancies, I did not start to feel nausea or bloating or any of that until between 6 and 7 weeks. And that always depended on when I ovulated, when it would be, either whether it was 6 or if I ovulated later, it would be 7. But it has been a scary day today. This is the day when I turned 4 weeks was when I started spotting with my last pregnancy that I lost. And so even though I'm on a ton of progesterone and so I'm not going to spot, I was really nervous. And I also had a little bit of a scare. I was doing line comparisons on tests, and I know you're not supposed to do that, but I was looking at these tests and I was comparing, and I will shoot a link or a picture for you to see, starting at 9 DPO all the way down to today, 14 DPO, so there was 6 tests. But yesterday's and today's, I was like, does it look like today's is lighter? I was like, it looks like today's test is lighter. And I was really scared. Like, what is happening? Like, is this happening again? And I texted it to a friend of mine, and she goes, yeah, it does look lighter, but there's lots of reasons for that. And she was so encouraging and so sweet. And so what I ended up doing was I looked at, my phone can say, it tells you what time you took the picture at. And so I'm looking at yesterday's picture and what time I took it. And I was like, okay, well, I took it. Oh, look at that. I took it 15 minutes after I dipped the test, because I write down on the little test, as you can see, I write down the time that I dip it. So I know when to check it so I don't forget, like, has it been 3 minutes? I don't remember when I dipped it. This way I write it down immediately after, and that way I can say, yeah, what time did I take it? Okay, I took it here and it's this time. So it gives me a little bit of a peace of mind, and I'm forgetful, so that helps. So I looked at the test and it was 14 minutes after I dipped it. And I'm like, okay, so that was past the time. So no wonder. And I actually I took another picture at 4 minutes, which they say to look between 3 and 5. So I'm like, why did I take another one at 14? I don't know. So I deleted that one. So I'm like, I'm not going to scare myself. So then I looked at today's, and I actually took 2 pictures today. I took one at 4 minutes and one at 7, not on purpose. I was just like, let me take a picture quick. And then I didn't realize it was 4 minutes, but it was within the time. And then I took another one at 7 for some reason. I'm not sure why. But so then I compared both of the pictures at 4 minutes, and today's was darker. Not a lot. It was very close as far as, it wasn't super darker yesterday. So that's why yesterday's test was way darker than Saturday's test, because it's way past the time. So, but you can still see a progression. Yesterday and today was really close, so maybe it didn't go up that much. I really don't know if, any more than that, but I felt so much better knowing that it wasn't lighter, because that would have definitely scared me. So, but that was a relief. But all day I did feel bloating and a little bit of tired, but not really that tired. But I will. I'm sure as time goes on, I will. But nausea was definitely there, and that's definitely new. Not Nausea's definitely not new. I do get a little bit queasy. My boy pregnancies, I tend to get queasy between 6 and 7 weeks for about 2 weeks. I mean, it's really, really short. But my girl pregnancies, I have 2 girl pregnancies, and I would get nauseous and queasy from about 6, 7 weeks through like week 17, 18. And I never threw up. I never actually got sick. I was just always feeling like my stomach turning and like you're smelling rotten fish or something gross, and you're just like, oh, just that awful feeling in your tummy, And I just felt that for pretty much almost the whole first half of the pregnancy. So no matter whether it was boy or girl, it was always between 6 and 7 weeks when it would start. So starting at like not even 4 weeks, that's definitely new. But I'm definitely happy because that means that that means that the baby's there and it's doing what it's supposed to be doing. It's growing. So, yeah, anyway, so this week, tomorrow I'll be 4 weeks 1 day, and I have my second HCG test in the morning. I'm going to be going in after I drop the kids off at the bus stop, and my husband's going to do that. But when he comes back home, I can leave because I've got 2 kids one of my kids doesn't start until Wednesday, and then the other one's the baby or toddler. And as soon as Matthew comes home from seeing the kids off to the bus stop, then I can head over to the lab and get my HCG checked, and hopefully later that morning, I'll be able to get the number back, and hopefully it's a good one. Hopefully the number, I was doing the math, and we're looking for probably anything over 105 is a good number. Definitely more than that would be fantastic. So I'm praying for more than 105. But 105 is doubling every 48 hours. So, yeah, definitely more than 105. And with my test getting so dark in the beginning, and my number was really high for 9-DPO, 13 point, whatever I said it was before, it hopefully will be a really high number, and, maybe the doctor will be like, yay, good job, like I did anything. But anyway, so I am excited. I'm nervous. Kids are all going back to school. So it's going to be rough. I've been trying to get the kids to go to bed early the last few nights to kind of get them back into the swing of school. But I'm definitely excited. Definitely waking up early to go potty. That is definitely a symptom that I've been having the last several mornings, I guess you could say. But it's definitely something that is normal for me when I'm pregnant, is to have to get up early. Usually, it's only like a half an hour, 45 minutes before I normally get up, which is annoying because then I can't really go back to sleep very well. I try and it doesn't seem to work. But this morning, I have my alarm set for 7 to take my temperature, which I'm going to do that for another few more weeks, maybe until I'm like 5.5 weeks or so, or 6 weeks, maybe, I don't know, maybe until I get my first ultrasound. I'm not sure when that's going to happen. I'm doing, at least for the time being, I'm doing doctor instead of midwife. I think until, if she does an early ultrasound, then I'll do doctor, and then maybe I might transition over to midwife later on in the pregnancy. But just to get over the first trimester nerve-wracking hump, So, but yeah, everything is going great. Every time I get queasy, I get excited. I need to do a little cheer and yay, I'm queasy. But definitely trying to enjoy the times that I'm not feeling bad, because I know that they will not last long. So I menu plan, and I want to get the next at least 2 months of menus done and printed, so that when I'm not feeling well, then the kids can look at the menu and they can see what they can do to help. Whether it's my oldest making making eggs, or having them all cook corn dogs or something like that. I don't know. Some lighting just went weird. Anyway, so super excited, and I will be back next week to give you week 5. So super excited, and hope you have a wonderful week. Bye.